Hello everyone and welcome back to my Let's Play of Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. And
This
well,
lock is quite old.
I want
It
to
shouldn't
say
be much of a
hopefully
challenge.
I can finish this thing today, but apparently not. Oh, it's old. It shouldn't be much of a challenge. It's the most difficult lock of them all. With two moving pieces. Okay, so this piece doesn't move and appears to only have one black line. So that's good. This also isn't a moving... Wait. There. Okay, so this belongs there. So far I'm going to say it belongs there. And this should go there. Yeah, it wasn't that hard actually.
I need to find where the
Oop.
safe is hidden and lockpick it.
I guess it isn't outside.
This cupboard is an absolute mess.
Can I find like a secret door?
Several books have fallen from the shelves. It seems as though this cupboard can be moved. I'll give it a try.
Okay. Ah! There it is.
So, that's the lock I must open tonight. Let me see.
Okay, this one has two black lines, so let's... Are there any movable parts? That one doesn't move. That one doesn't move. This one also doesn't move, so that should be easy enough. Or not. I guess that means there's like a false black line.
What a surprise. Another lock. And I won't be able to pick it. I recall that precious key around Foley's neck. It might prove a decent fit. I suppose they hired me to only open the first lock. Let us wait for the thieves, trap them, and find out.
Okay, let's
Let us
do that.
check
Sounds
the
like a good
thieves'
plan.
possible escape routes in the event that they are caught off guard by the police from the front door.
Well, there's the door over here.
This door is a perfect means of escape in an emergency.
What else is there? I guess the window, but that's probably not the most optimal way to go. I guess there's something upstairs, maybe? No, it looks like that's all. And prepare traps.
this old chandelier is doing on the floor. It looks as though it was poorly
Yeah,
attached.
probably if it's on the floor.
I suppose that the thieves already tried to open the lock with this formidable hammer, but they were unsuccessful.
Hmm.
I wonder...
So I need something to do
I suppose that...
something with those two things.
A solid rope.
Yes. We can use that.
This should be useful.
Oh, of all the things, we pick up the chair. Oh, hey, look at that. Isn't that like an escape route?
The door is now blocked. The door is now blocked.
Okay, so there's that.
This should...
So I got the rope. There's still that hatch. Oh, so now I have to set a trap at the window.
Perfect way to escape the police. This works very well. No one will escape through this window now.
Well, that's not much of a trap, but so what else do we have? We still have the thing here, the hatch.
There is no ladder. If anyone falls here, he will need assistance to get out.
Do I already have the
This
items
hat.
required? No. Do I need like the hammer or the chandelier for that? Attach the rope.
Now, if anyone takes the hammer, the rope will uncoil and make the chandelier fall.
Okay, so yeah, there's that. But now we only need to do something.
Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape.
Yeah, let's see what we have for that.
This is the perfect place to set a trap. This should be useful.
Yeah, can we just like place those beads up here and then they will slip and fall?
One step on these beads, and our thief will go flying. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined.
But I still need something.
Although this window is high above the ground,
So
it would be possible for one of the thieves
yeah, do we have
to
this
attempt
covered
to
right
use
now,
it for
or
their escape. The thieves won't attempt to escape through the front door if the police are right behind it.
So I feel like I'm missing something. Examine carpet? No, I don't want the lock.
This should be useful. The door is now blocked.
Oh, I see. So I placed the carpet over this hatch.
Now, it's not an open hatch, just a nice carpet on the floor. You should walk carefully.
This
else my
place is
plan
like
will be
one big
ruined.
death trap right now. You know, they could just light the fire in here and everything is solved. Okay, so I need to do something about that window.
Any thief who finds his way upstairs will roll down very quickly. If he runs through the dining room and takes a sledgehammer to force open the door, the chandelier will knock him down. Now, if a thief runs through the kitchen, he'll pay a surprise visit to the cellar. The traps for my circus companions are all prepared. I can
I'm going
leave
to
now,
assume...
but I'll return later with Charles Foley and his companions.
I'm just working on the assumption that, you know, all 3 traps will be used. Because that's the type of game it is.
Police! Police!
Yep.
Stop where you are! Where are they?
Trapped, Watson, with your assistance.
How so?
Oh, you sounded just like a real bobby, my dear fellow. You startled them into the traps.
I did?
I assure you, Watson, it was quite an entertaining show. They will not escape the house now.
You scum!
And this is the pistol used for the murder in Half Moon Street.
How'd you know about that?
Oh, hey, it's Mycroft.
Have you closed the case yet, Sherlock?
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Did you follow me?
Sherlock, it may seem that I used you, but you should be pleased to know that you have served our queen well, in this instance. So now, let us catch the big fish. But this man is not one of the merry men.
No.
Then why exactly are we here, Sherlock?
This gentleman, Charles Foley, has been involved in a double murder, and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures, which disappeared in a theft many years ago.
You're no better than the coppers.
Well, he is better than the coppers. Oh.
Holmes, that is incredible. The Hellenistic treasures.
Indeed.
Nothing but trifles. Where are the merry men?
I don't know why you are asking me, Mycroft. They are yours to find.
I'll see you soon, dear brother.
Okay.
What a beautiful collection of art. It was thought lost.
But not anymore.
The trap with the chandelier worked perfectly. Charles Foley has been knocked down. One of Foley's companions. He is unconscious.
Yeah, well, he might as well be dead.
One of Foley's companions. He is unconscious.
But, let's see. Long lost art and precious safe. Hidden art. The antiques discovered inside the hidden safe of the abandoned manor at Notting Hill represent a collection of Hellenistic treasures that were stolen in 1885 and considered to be lost. Foley's vengeance. Charles Foley organized the theft of the Hellenistic treasures, which was related to the double murder at Half Moon Street. Leighton Chapman was a witness to the crime. I guess so. Let's see. Charles Foley will be imprisoned for organizing a grand theft. Since he is not directly guilty of murder, his sentence will be shortened. What? Charles Foley organized and executed a wicked plan of revenge with the added theft of ancient valuable treasures. He deserved a rope, but since he is not directly guilty of murder, what was it, manslaughter, and that's why he shouldn't? Well, actually, I don't think there is anything else to. Let's see. Is there something I can do? Solve the crime? No. Looks like yeah, this is it. I don't like that Foley guy. He'll hang.
Charles Foley, you committed the crime of premeditated murder and of theft. You will be severely punished for your deeds.
You are pitiful, you Scotland Yard dog.
Save your words for the gallows. I'm sure the journalists will love them. I shall leave now, Watson. Gentlemen, please take our friends here into custody.
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business. I'll see you at Baker Street.
So I guess there's going to be some sort of conclusion to the game. Maybe not, I don't know. Oh yeah, of course, the whole...
Be careful with the lamps. Don't bring them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Who's there?
That is of no importance. What matters is who you are and the plans that you have here.
So you can stop us from carrying them out?
Oh, are these the merry men?
Eventually, yes.
Hey, careful. You'll blow us all up.
I'm listening.
We are a group known as the Merry Men. But I suppose you knew that already. We are the men who've already lost everything of value in their lives. We are ruined shopkeepers. We are workers who were fired from their jobs. Honest people who were robbed. We were forced out from our homes and thrown onto the street. And all of this in the name of the so-called law. The laws that were set out by our government. The laws that make the commoners only more vulnerable and the wealthy more protected. We are not only from the British Empire. Some of us are from the New Lands, America, Australia, and we are many. But men we are still, and we are merry for that we stopped being afraid. For those powers that be had done their best to plant the fear inside our souls, and we accepted it so easily. The fear advised us to keep our heads bowed. It prevented us from fighting. Bankers and politicians, they own our lives, our work, our bread, and they push us to compete between each other, just to see who may serve them better. But in the end, they are the few, so they are weak. They are nothing without their titles. We should not fear them. Our so-called masters should fear us instead. The time has come for our group to stand tall. Our great and many merry men. We are going to blow up the London Stock Exchange. No life shall be lost. But ownerships, debts, and property titles? They shall all be destroyed. They're only papers, after all. So many people will be freed over this night.
That is a radical step to take. What result do you truly expect?
Chaos. But soon people will understand that they are free, and that they don't belong to anyone. They will be able to work for themselves, together, without letting the rulers dictate what to do, and finally justice will arise.
What you are intending to do is a crime. It is not justice.
How do you see justice, then? Kids go to prison for a loaf of dry bread. And how many lords do you see punished for stealing from their people? Sending them to their deaths in mines or overseas to fight for land? Our masters wouldn't hear us. So now it's time to sing the song of the merry men. Will you let us do our duty?
Do I let them do their duty? Nah, I'm going to blow shit up.
When people fight the Order, they are too blind to see the consequences that throw society into chaos. I shall stop your actions, but not you. Run. Now!
Well, that happened. Pretty shitty explosion for a game that looks this great, but you know, you don't buy a Sherlock Holmes game for the explosions, I guess. But it looks like I actually managed to finish the game in this episode.
So, you're interested in Russian literature now?
Quite lately.
It is an interesting book. I remember a few lines.
Really? I tried reading it myself, but I had a hard time understanding it.
Yes, Doctor. It's about intelligence. Sherlock, I vaguely recall one of the lines. Sometimes it takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. There were also a few words along the lines of, pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. Tell me, Doctor, does my brother show any signs of pain or suffering?
Not that I know of.
Because you see, Doctor, behind all of his masquerade, my brother does possess a deep heart. So deep that he does not recall where he places his love.
Well, I'm sure that...
His love and his duty that, in the first place, should be directed towards the Empire. For without it, we would be nothing. A country filled with uncivilized men.
And the Empire needs order and discipline. It has no room for chaos.
People who commit crimes, or at the very least intend them, deserve punishment, Sherlock. Without justice, there can be no civilization.
But we serve the truth, not justice.
Your truth, Doctor, that may prove immoral. Allowing people to terrorize London, destabilizing the whole empire.
Terrorize only the powers whom you serve, Mycroft. Not I, not Watson, not Mrs. Hudson, not Wiggins.
Sherlock, the merry men are to be stopped.
Not by me. You created the merry men. Stop them yourself. Only make sure that you don't create 10 more merry men by arresting the one.
Good night, Dr. Watson.
Wait, did I...
Anything in the post, Watson? Any clients worthy of our attention?
Only a second reminder from Mrs. Hudson about our new neighbour. She urges you to remove your...
Oh, I don't care about that.
Holmes, the lady who will be moving in shortly has requested the use of our spare room to place all of her boxes.
Wait, what? A lady?
Let's see... Yep, I was right. Charles Foley organized and executed the wicked plan of revenge for his elder brother. It took 2 human lives and almost resulted in life imprisonment for an innocent man. In fact, his band was hired by the merry men who planned revolution in London. In addition, he organized the theft of an ancient and valuable treasure that rightfully belonged to the British Museum. He deserves the rope. I'll accept it. I was just. And people making the same moral choice and people saw the case in the same way, I don't know, because I don't know, is my internet not working or something? Anyway, let's skip that. Was that the end? I guess so. Ah, yes. Well, this was a... okay, this is getting weird. Yeah, but this was a pretty fun game. It looked actually really great in this... who's that? Is that... Was that her husband? Oh, so do we see all the like murderers and victims again? Oh, she wasn't a murderer. But this game, it made great improvements from its previous game, which is really good. I'm looking forward to the next game, because the previous game, I liked it. And I liked like the bigger story behind it, but I don't think that's really the strength of at least these game series. All these separate cases, they're actually really interesting, so that worked pretty well. I thought that maybe the balance in how long those cases lasted wasn't that great, and the difficulty was a bit off. Like the first case was not that clear. It was like a gamble basically. Is it like one killer or two? Although if you think about it afterwards, it's a bit like, well, okay, it has to be one. And then there was, of course, the one in the bathhouse, which was also a bit of a guess, but the rest was relatively easy. I'm also missing the that's actually something I'm really missing from the previous game, and that is the puzzles. This game, they didn't have puzzles. You of course had your deduction stuff, but that was about it, and the lock picking things, which was easy enough. And there were some other smaller things to, well, open other locks, but it wasn't really anything complicated like the previous game had, and that's a shame. I like those puzzles, but overall I think the game was much better. So yeah, this game finished much sooner than I thought it would be, so I guess next week I'll start with uploading, I don't know, maybe Game of Thrones? I'll have to see. Yeah, I think I'll do something like 1 week I'll do Game of Thrones, and then the other week I'll do Life is Strange, and then the week after that I'll do episode 2 of Game of Thrones. Or something like that. Oh. What's going on? I'm kind of hoping the game will continue. But yeah, I was really surprised about how great this game actually looks. Oh, I guess this is just a thing so I can look at like stuff like this. Look at the last thing, and do I have another souvenir? Yeah, the Merry Man poster. Yeah, I guess that was it. So I hope you also enjoyed the game and this Let's Play. And for now, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll speak to you guys in the next Let's Play.